Here's everything I ate in Rome, day 2. Guys, I don't think you're prepared for just how much good food I consumed today. We started the day at Cafe Rossioli to try their famous maratozzi. This is a classic Roman pastry made from a sweet bun filled with airy cream. If you are a big cream fan, you will love this. However, as someone who doesn't love cream and is kind of lactose intolerant, I'm not sure if it was worth it for me. After this, we saw a huge line outside this bakery selling pizza by weight, so couldn't resist grabbing a few slices. First was this vegetarian number topped with the juiciest slow roasted tomatoes, tender eggplant, fresh basil, and chunks of mozzarella cheese. Not only were these toppings so elite, the base of this was like the best focaccia ever. We also got this porchetta number, which was topped with crispy rosemary potatoes and was just so savory, salty, and satisfying. Our next stop was 2 sizes for tiramisu. Normally when a shop has a sign saying it is the best in town, it is a big red flag. But in this case, I don't actually think the sign was lying. They had so many fun flavors on offer, but I wanted to try the OG. This just had the perfect ratio of mascarpone and ladyfingers, as well as the ideal amount of coffee and liqueur, which cut through the sweetness without being overwhelming. I remember having the best cannoli of my life in Rome about 6 years ago, so I went back to the same spot, and I can confirm it was as good as I remember. I got 1 ricotta and 1 pistachio cannoli, and I must say, I think I like the OG. The combination of that light, subtly sweet ricotta with the crisp shell is just divine, especially when washed down with a little espresso. Listen, while the ancient Roman architecture is obviously very impressive, I was also very impressed with the fact that there was a free sparkling water tap right in front of the Colosseum. We then headed to the Garden of Oranges, as this is just the best place in Rome to come and watch the sunset. If you come here, you also have to go peer through the Aventine keyhole. There is always a lineup, but I think it's actually worth it. For dinner, we headed to a very popular neighborhood cafe called Da Enzo. You can't book this place, so we came here 45 minutes before it opened, and there was already a queue. Honestly though, it was so worth the wait. The cacio e pepe was just so insanely rich and creamy and had the perfect kick of pepper. The carbonara, however, was the star of the meal for me. The sauce was just so insanely silky, and that rigatoni had the ideal level of bite to it. I have come to realize on this trip that I'm not the biggest fan of guanciale, but I can still appreciate the salty, crispy goodness it brought to the dish. We also ordered the meatballs, which I'd say were the only underwhelming thing we tried here. They definitely weren't bad, but just could have done with a little more seasoning and depth of flavor. After dinner, we went and got another Italian hot chocolate, this time with chocolate hazelnut flavor. Although this was delightfully thick and looked really good, flavor-wise it was kind of lacking, and the one we had the night before was a lot better, to be honest. Tune in for day 3, as we had one of the best meals I've had in Italy thus far.